Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at reverse arc. There was a little video using the same horse for the same demonstration and it's just called shoulder control. So if you haven't watched that, go and watch that first. And this is what we were looking at here. Same rein, same foot. So you open the rein and you ask the horse to move. For example, if you open the left rein, you ask the horse to move its left foot to the left. Now we're going to develop our shoulder control even further in this next lesson. We can see here this young stallion knows this. He knows how to move his left foot left. We've got him working a bit like a puppet with that left rein. We open it and he moves his left foot to the left, and that's great. Now we want him to move his left foot to the right, but we want him to stay bent left. So right there, you see, now what I've done is I've put the rein on his neck so that he can feel that touching his neck, and he's learnt to connect that with moving his left foot to the right while remaining bent to the left. So what it's giving me is it's giving me control of that left front foot. Right there. Now, if we go back, and in the last video we talked a little bit about imagining a clock under this horse's chest. So when we're doing same rein, same foot, which is open the left rein, move the left front left, we need the horse to be able to step to 9, 10, 11 o'clock. When we start doing reverse arc, which is the next step, we get the horse to step to 11:30, 12, 12:30, 1, 1:30 and 2 o'clock. And this works progressively. We start this lesson on the ground, of course, because we can start everything on the ground because it makes it so much easier for the horse. And, you know, there's lessons on the website that will take you through this step by step. This horse has done the lessons before, but you can see, you know, he's not perfect. I think that's a big thing to remember with your training, right? They took a couple of steps where he didn't actually cross in front. And so it's important that we see these little things that the horse is doing. What we want him to be doing is know that this is a forward movement. So right there, his front foot is stepping in front of the other front foot. And that is really important because if he's just stepping next to it, it's not forward enough. Which is worse, he steps behind, it's actually a backward step. That might not make much difference to you right now, but it's going to make a difference to the horse. So it's important that we see all this, and it's much easier when we start this from the ground. So I've just put him up to jog, and a lot of people worry about the quality of the pace. And I think it's important that we don't worry too much about that to start with. We can worry about the quality of the pace later. And we discussed in previous videos that really training isn't always all that pretty. You know, you can see I'm moving my right hand out here. The reason I'm moving it way out to the right is because I want somewhere for his right shoulder to go. If I leave my hand right where it should be, as if I was riding in a dressage test, for example, I'm going to block that shoulder. And I don't want to do that. I want to make it easy for the horse to learn. So right there you can see my outside hand is opened because with my left rein, I'm moving his left front to the right. So I need to open the right rein so that the right front has somewhere to go. I'm sort of teaching him to be like a puppet. This is a great exercise. You know, a lot of people never really progress past that sort of idea of riding the nose around, you know, pointing the nose in one direction, having your horse go in that direction. We all know, if anyone's ever been on a horse running sideways, that they don't always follow their nose. This will give you shoulder control. And on the site, there's a ton of exercises that you can do in the arena or in the paddock, wherever you're riding, that will really perfect your shoulder control using this video and the same rein, same footwork. Of course, all of this comes after you've done the give to the bit. On the site, you'll see that everything works step by step in progression. So from video number 1 to video 200, you're going to work step by step, building on your foundation. So the first is give to the bit, get softness, get frame, and then we start taking control of those shoulders. As riders, we all know that things don't always go according to plan. But having a plan, a system, a program that follows a step-by-step process is no doubt the best way to really make a difference with your riding, training, and your horse's performance, not to mention your relationship with your horse. Whether you're planning on competing, trail riding, or simply having a great relationship with your horse on the ground, then you need regular, structured lessons, each with an aim and a clearly defined, achievable outcome. The Can-Do Equine online training system is exactly this. Not only do the lessons build on one another, giving you a solid foundation, but I carefully discuss possible problems. It's not all perfection and pretty pictures, it's real life. It's always nice to have a trainer or a coach standing in the middle of the arena, but few of us can afford such a luxury on a regular basis. And there comes a time when we realize that in order to make real progress, that we must first recognize what's not right and then learn how to address that ourselves. The fact is that you know your horse better than anyone. And once you start training your horse yourself, the only thing you're going to wonder is why you didn't start years ago. So come on, let's get you back in the saddle and put the fun back into your horsemanship.